Hey, what's up? There are some deep, dark places out there where normal people wouldn't dare enter. This mine is one such place, and poor working conditions have led to no one ever making it back. Luckily, the promise of gold makes the supply of disposable workforce endless. Peasant, have you been looking for a changing career? Is life on the rice fields perhaps lacking in excitement? Are you the appropriate height to fit in tight spaces? Then you have come to the right place. Just grab that pickaxe and congrats on becoming the best miner we currently have. The fully upgraded gear you are wearing was generously sponsored by your previous co-workers. But before you start the run, there are a few things you can buy to make it slightly further than the previous guy. Check out the blacksmith, he can craft you a variety of items using found blueprints. Same deal with the alchemist, but you can only pick one from each. Lastly, there are a couple of bombs or keys waiting to be bought. Bombs can be used to blow up rocks or walls to reach secret rooms, and keys will open doors and chests. And finally, it's time to jump in. I am Breeze, and this is a run of Undermine. Now we are alone with no way of turning back. No gold, no wenches, nothing can be done about the latter part. But luckily there are plenty of gold veins just waiting for the gentle touch of our pickaxe. And this is what happens when you're too slow to pick the gold up. Slimes in this game are not your average monster. They can't be hurt, they can't be beaten, and there's no end to them. The best you can do is mildly inconvenience them. Luckily, they don't care about you. All they want is that sweet, sweet gold. For what reason? Nobody knows what goes through the mind of a hoarder. Our moveset consists of simple pickaxe swings hitting multiple enemies, a jump that doubles as a dodge, and throwing the pickaxe will damage a single enemy before returning, just like a certain magical hammer. After fighting our way down through the first area, we arrive at the boss. To speed up the fight, we drink a Berserker's potion and hit the only vulnerable spot it has, its backside. The significant increase in speed also means we won't get to see most of its attacks. We found a puzzle room, finally, a chance to use our galaxy brain. By the looks of it, we need to use the fire shooting from the crystal to light the 4 pillars. The rocks blocking the path just need to be blown up with some carefully placed bombs.
Bruh.
After mysteriously losing half our health and nearly dying, we arrive at an item room where we find a great relic that makes the thrown pickaxe bounce between enemies, and off we go to the second boss. While its body is completely invulnerable, it can be damaged by attacking the arms and destroying the orbs, which is made significantly easier thanks to the relic we just got. Without it, we would have to slowly throw our pickaxe from a safe distance and wait for it to come back. Alternatively, the faster and riskier approach, get close enough to the orbs and swing the pickaxe at them. It would be way more dangerous since the boss is unpredictable and tends to move around a lot. We've become quite strong for this next area, much like a cartoon character after reaching his final form. But that doesn't mean we can let our guard down. This mine is riddled with well-placed traps, just waiting to be sprung and trip the unaware player. With little difficulty, we arrive at the third boss.
Deep, dark fantasies.
In the first phase, the boss will jump around and summon hands out of portals that will slam the ground once before disappearing. Light plays an important factor in this fight. The boss will attempt to extinguish the 4 torches, each reducing the damage he receives by 25%. Much like the failed puzzle room, we must use the projectiles to reignite the light. Getting hit by the homing ones will apply a random curse. This friendly-looking merchant always has a welcoming smile. Because of his generosity, he never asks for gold. Instead, he lets us pick a free item with no strings attached. The dopamine hit from getting the item for free is enough to ignore the 2 major curses we just got. It turns out the slimes have a kingdom, and the only way to enter is by donating a small sum of 100,000 gold at a tribute well. Unfortunately, we're a bit short, so we won't get to see the Slime Queen today. Time for boss number 4.
Hey, boss.
The crystal dragon will peek out one of the 4 pits and summon a monster each time. The only way to damage the boss is to attack the crystal on his chest. Once his health reaches a certain threshold, another dragon will appear. Eventually, there will be 4 dragon heads, each firing off a different attack, making the arena quite chaotic. A free orb just sitting there. Picking it up would apply a curse that reduces your health to 1. The number on the orb represents how many rooms you need to visit for the curse to be removed. When that number reaches 0, you'll also receive a random item as a reward. But we will avoid it since this last area is quite chaotic, making it very likely to get hit by a stray projectile. Religion in this world is fairly straightforward. Pray for more throw damage, receive it instantly. Also receive crippling heart palpitations because you dared to bother God. Fortunately, curses can be easily dispelled with a bit of penance at an altar or by using a talisman, which can be found at the shop, in chests or hidden beneath rocks. And finally, we have reached the last boss. In the first phase, he will circle the arena, leaving burning footprints behind, after which he will spit 3 fireballs that will fall on your location after a short delay. He will also shoot black marbles that will bounce around the arena until they collide with you or expire. In the next phase, a red zone will appear in front of his face. If we get hit by it, he will become invincible for a short while. With a bit of perseverance, we manage to finish him off. With the boss defeated, a gate opens, leading us to the end of the mine.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Here we meet Death's Hand, and he congratulates us and tells us to pick up the Summoning Stone, which will revive all previous bosses and increase the difficulty on the next run. And thus we beat Undermine. Except there's one more thing left. You see, the reason we fought these bosses in the first place was to gather their stone fragments, which are keys used to open the mysterious locked door in the starting area. And now that we have all 5 keys, it's time to see what lies beyond the door. It turns out that the mage from earlier is summoning a dark god to fulfill his most hidden desire, to become a VTuber probably. Angered by our interruption, he decides to dispose of us first before continuing the ritual. His attacks are fairly straightforward, shooting projectiles, teleporting next to you, and summoning a circle that causes delayed explosions. After weakening him enough, the Dark God takes over his body and we enter the next phase of the fight. The only way to hurt the boss now is by attacking the gemstone on his chest while dodging his arms. Occasionally, allies will appear and drop helpful items. The sweeping laser can sometimes make you dodge into one of his hand attacks. When his health reaches a certain threshold, he will summon immobile towers that will fire projectiles and can be quite problematic if not dealt with immediately. After getting the hang of the dodge timing, we make quick work of the boss. An item provided by our ally makes our attacks reflect projectiles, which allows us to deal the finishing blow. All that remains of our mage is a giant skull of pure gold. So naturally, the slimes show up to add it to their collection. I'd like to thank you for watching and making it this far, dear viewer. The learning process of making this video has been a fun and humbling experience. See you next time.